kameranya gini?
Iya benar.
Hmm?
Oh di ini.
Ini yang kelihatan dari mana sih sini ya? Hah?
Kok belum live ya?
Udah?
Enggak, iya. Ada dia. Baru mana?
Oh, ini kan mana sih? Nah ini loh, ini tuh. Atur deh.
Mejanya mau digeser ke sini nggak? Nggak perlu. Yang bisa mengcover slide-nya.
Mungkin agak jauh. Agak delay lagi.
Oh nggak ada powernya?
Agak delay, dia delay.
Oh delay. Kirain power visible. Ada kan?
Baru tahu ya.
Serem Pak, kayak belakang belum ada yang di dalam layar.
Dari sini.
Di dalam layar. Baru datang.
Iya saya juga kan. Oh iya kok nggak ada.
Coba.
Kurang tinggi deh. Segini enak nih kayaknya.
Belakang baru masuk lagi nih.
Sudah.
Nah. Aduh. Oh ini delay. Itu masih ada jari gue tuh.
Loh, kok bisa balik fotonya, gambarnya kebalik.
Oh, pencet.
Does it mean that we are live now already?
Yes. See?
Wait.
Pulang masih di situ. Tuh, see?
Boleh tangan lipat biar kan audionya ada yang live.
Audio.
Just 2 seconds delay, no?
Oh iya, ada soundnya.
Delay 2 second.
Ya.
Lebih
Lebih ya?
bisa.
Oh iya. 2 second. Ini 4 detik.
Marcel kok ini? Marcel? Kok suruh milih tahun lagi? Wait. Oh dari situ ya?
Iya dia agak delay.
Delay 45 menit ya? 4-5 menit. Iya Pak. Nih, Bapak ngomong, tes. Bapak ngomong. Enggak, dari sini aja. Enggak, udah masuk. Halo.
Enggak 4 menit sih.
Halo.
Beberapa detik.
4. 4 second. Iya, 4 second. Masuk Mas Gary. Ya, Pak.
Erika.
We can know right now how many people is online, no?
Kan?
17.
Mana ya? Aduh, iya.
Yep. 23.
Anak sales.
Lagi di gini.
Lagi di
Bentar-bentar bapaknya. Itu laptopnya nggak mau di depan bapak. Yang kelihatan.
Diapain?
Disappeared then.
Cái lý các anh tuấn bé That's pretty high.
You can keep eye contact with yourself.
What channel did you sell that second song? Is it on
Only directly through our website
Or
or
website.
via phone, no, to reservations. We have full control over it.
Still a lot of people
Calling.
checking our website.
Honestly, most of it is people calling and saying, do you have a package? Or they
Okay.
call and say, what's the rate for this date? And the reservation team are offering this.
Because I guess now everyone know that all the prices is going down.
Everyone's looking for deals. Yeah. And we're not dropping the price. We're keeping very high, good price. We're the most expensive, most
A lot of
days.
people from sales.
Raffles much cheaper. 4C6
Okay.
around the cheaper or higher now. But we keep high and give it almost right. Breakfast, lunch, and higher day. I prefer to be not around that.
How do you need to record that?
Do we give extra value?
Not yet. Marcel is going to record.
We will record manually.
No, record manually.
Yeah, with that.
Saya mau suka urut nih dari belum. Oke, mulai itu.
Boleh
Ini
dong, Kak?
ini. Yo.
Baik, Erika, baik. Erika's asking me apa kabar. Baik sekali. I don't need that then, no?
Dicek di handphone kedengaran nggak?
Yeah, we need to check because now, if direct, we can hear you, but
Yeah.
for the
But I
sake
think
of
if people here can you hear me? People who is connected online. Can you hear me?
But very slow.
Cannot access online. Can we?
Try with the mic, Pak. With
test,
the
test with the mic. Is it?
Okay, guys, can you hear me better now? Just test. Test. Does it sound better now? Yes? Not clear, very soft voice. Do I have to speak louder? You can hear my voice. Okay, you are all far away now. I can remove the mask. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, should we start? Allows us to get a mic that's connected to the laptop.
No.
So everyone who streams can hear clearly, can be accessed. Is that true? Yes, no? You
No.
have to have a microphone
No,
connected
because
to
the live is from here, so we cannot connect the mic to my phone.
Okay. Should that be like closer? You can hear me better, they can capture my voice better. So
But-
is this who's capturing the voice?
Yes, but if it's closer,
Ya,
cannot.
should be fine.
Nggak bisa changing the image, the one you saw on the
Bisa, no?
screen. Nggak bisa. If I put the mobile closer,
Yeah.
we'll change the image that you see on
I
the
know, but this is make the voice clearer. Regardless
Yeah,
of the
but then-
background, it doesn't matter.
I'm
No.
sure we can find a balance. in
What I
the-
mean is, then you cannot capture both Pak Carlos and the slide.
Yeah. No,
Well,
this
then
picture is much more
show the slide,
important.
and then we will-
Right now you have a lot of space around in between. You can move it up
Yeah.
to at least here, right?
Sekarang cuma lihat dengan Pak Carlos doang. No need to show the slide because there is no slide.
No, but then we have to change later.
Later we have to change because people need to see the slide. Which focus on the slide, not the people.
Jatuh dong, Sal.
The delay is a bit annoying.
Hello everyone. Can you lower it a little bit, please?
Yeah, I know. Up. There.
Okay. Doesn't work. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now?
It's better now.
It's better now. Yes, 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 yes. Okay then, let's start. And good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We have a few people here in the ballroom. How many people we have? 51 participants online, so we have more than double people probably online that we have here in the ballroom. But it's a good, shows good progress in technology. And it's good that we talk, because certainly it's always good that we talk. We always have all these town halls, and I like that we keep always all the lines of communication. And particularly these days, with the situation being so special, so different, I think it's even more important that we talk and that we bring any questions, any doubts, any things that you might have in your mind, because I'm sure that you have them. And we've received already a few questions, so we will see them at the end. If you have any other questions or anything else that you want to talk about, please feel free to do that. We've been already 2 months deep into this crisis. We started really, this crisis started early in the year, but for us did not really start affecting us probably until the month of March. Beginning of month of March, we always thought that we could almost skip this thing. But certainly, little by little, things start changing. At that time, week by week. And then suddenly we realized that certainly that was much bigger than we thought originally, and that was going to affect us. We've been extremely lucky, and we all know, with our Saudi group that gave us a different versus everybody else. But the situation, nevertheless, has been always very, very difficult. It's been a massive loss on revenues in the hotel. And sometimes we think, well, we had the Saudis, so we had 50-something% occupancy still last month, so it's okay. And it's not okay. You all know we had banquets, that is one of the main sources as well of income. For us, it's been absolutely empty, at zero. We had F&B, who had really dropping as well in revenues. We had our spa, our rentals, everything that generates money has been very, very low. So the thing is that we had a really bad situation that until now, as we said, we've been quite lucky, we passed it quite well. But to be frank, we always have to prepare ourselves for the worst. Sorry?
Still soft.
Too soft. Too soft. Sorry. Do I have to get closer to the... I'm going to get closer to the... Let's see what's the input. Well, we don't know yet, no?
We don't know.
Not yet.
Can you hear me better now?
Wait. It's not reflecting yet.
But mic
Mike?
will not make a difference.
Hello, Mike? Mike? Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yes? What are they saying? Yes? Yes, it's still soft voice.
Yeah, Muhammad.
That better? It is better? Okay, lot more better? Okay. Let's keep it at that. So we were saying that the situation, unfortunately, and that's a fact, the situation is bad. There is no question about it. That we've been so far quite lucky with the situation as we've gone through, and we've managed to have a situation that's been way above what anybody else has had. But above all, what I want is that to prepare everybody, we always have to be prepared for the worst. Okay, and I want that we all prepare for the worst. It can get worse than what it is now. Okay? And what are the things that can happen that get worse. Obviously, that we lose all the guests, that we have to close the hotel. Okay, there are some places, some hotels that they're completely closed. All right, so this could happen to us. We do not expect it right now, to be honest, but it could happen. Things that could happen, and what has happened already, that we have people infected in the hotel. And since we've gone through it and we know what it is, we know that we have our emergency procedures in place, we know how to react, we know what to do in that type of situation. We know it's not a big deal, we can handle it, it's not a problem. But the media and the perception in the public, if we would have somebody who is sick and it will come in the news, the Fairmont has people with the virus, that would be terrible for us, that would be really very bad reputation. That's something that we have to try to avoid. But these things can happen. And what is important from our side, that we are prepared, that we don't panic, we have procedures and systems in place, systems that we rehearse, that we practice, and we make sure that we have them all properly updated, and that we know what to do exactly in any moment. So I think it's very, very important that we keep this in mind, that the situation is what it is, that we are able and we are prepared to face any sort of emergency that we have, and that we have to be ready. That things, as we think it's bad and we hope that from now on it's going to get better, it could very well be as well that it gets worse. Okay? And I think it's very, very important, all of us as a team, we are prepared. We are prepared for that. Oh, this light somehow now doesn't work for me.
This is distracting.
Sorry.
There's two of you.
Sorry. So that's an important point that I think I wanted to, with the one I wanted to start. The point for us is, what can we do? We have the situation that we have, and what is in our hands? What are the things that we can do? What can we do? As a business operators, we operate the business. What we can do, of course, always, in any business, what you have to do is always try to generate as much revenue as you can, to reduce the cost as much as you can, to generate the maximum profit. Okay, that's the basic ABC of in any business. No matter if you are running a noodle shop in the corner or a massive multi-million-dollar company, always is the same. Generate as much revenue as we can, control the expenses as much as we can to generate some profit. In this situation that we are in such a raw situation, such a difficult situation, it becomes even more important, every one of these components. Revenue generating, we know is very, very hard. Frankly speaking, there's no demand. Nobody wants to go out, nobody wants to use the restaurants, nobody is allowed to travel. So as much as Gary and his team, we told them, and we talk continuously, keep your ear on the ground, make sure that we capture any possibility, any pocket of business that must be anywhere. Everybody's totally always alert, making sure that we get any possible business that we have. But certainly it's not a lot of demand. So there is not a lot of growth or margin that we have to grow it with concerns to revenues. Then the other hand, what we have to do then is to reduce the cost. We have to try to save as much as we can. Okay, and at this point it's very, very important that everybody is involved into this operation. It's important that everyone is involved in trying to make savings. Of course, all this we are trying to do savings, meanwhile we continue fulfilling our mission. What is our mission? For the people here, what is our mission? I want to see that time. Turning moments into memories for our guests.
That's right.
Okay, that's our mission, that's our goal. We should never forget that. Okay, so yes, we try to do savings, but because we have to try to be more efficient, how to be more competent, use the resources that we have wisely, but still we have to make sure that we always turn moments into memories for our guests. And then it comes to one of the biggest costs that we have right now in the hotel is us. It's the team, it's the payroll. Okay, and everybody then is well, okay. What are we going to do about that? What are we doing about that? What we have to make sure is that we are as efficient as we can be, that we use only the resources that we can. And here comes an important issue that is, okay, what do we do with the people that we have and that don't have really, we don't have work for them? So there are different options, And the one that has been mostly used is give people on leave, let people go on leave. There's some people that's been able to do lateral services, there've been people that have been doing all the options, but certainly the most used has been, so far, has been people being on leave. Now what happens is that people is in minus. A lot of people is a lot in minus. And now I understand this starts being a concern. What does it mean being in minus? First of all, let's explain that. If we would go back now to the month of October, we were in plus. Okay, nobody was in minus, everybody was in plus. In a lot of plus, we had more than 6,000, I believe, manpower main days that were owned to us. Okay. So when people have their holiday and do not have the time to have the holiday or the day off or whatever, okay, so it goes into the plus side. So what does it mean? It means that at that point the company owes to the employees all these days, because these days they are owned by the employees. Okay, so at a certain point they will have to be paid from the company to the employee. What is happening now is the reverse. Okay, what is happening now is that we are going in minus. So now when we are in minus, we owe it to the company. All right? So the company is paying us all our salary right now, despite that many of the colleagues that we have in the hotel right now, they are not necessary. We have to be that's what it is. Okay? We are a hotel with a certain structure, with certain money, with a certain amount of people that is for a certain needs. These needs now, it's not necessary. Okay? So some hotels, they have opted for reducing salaries of the people, eliminating people from the team, doing all sorts of cuts. In this case, we have not cut nobody from the permanent team. Okay, everybody still keep until today. Everybody keeps having the salary absolutely the same. Okay, and that's because the company understands the situation and wants as much as possible. It will be possible for them. They want to support the team and want to make sure that everybody is well taken care. Okay, so what we cannot do, though the company is kind enough to pay us to pay everybody the salary, what it cannot be done is that on top of it we are just having people just standing around and floating around and doing nothing about that. Okay, because then it's a massive waste for them. What we do is that we say, okay, right now we don't need you. Go stay off. Whenever you'll have a chance in the future, you'll have a chance to give it back. And you're gonna keep having your salary every month the same. Okay? That is the system that we are doing. Still right now, if we look at the total amount of minuses that we have, is still by far not the same that we have the pluses that we had in October. Okay? So I have no doubt that we'll have time to recover in the next year or whenever it is. We'll have time to recover all these minuses that we have now. Okay? I think it's a good solution in order that everybody keeps having their own the salary all the time. Anything else? We know that we are very lucky. We know that we've been, there's been more than, in Accor we have about 5,000 hotels. Out of the 5,000 hotels, 3,000 have been completely closed. Okay, we are one of the few that is still operating. So we are lucky in the sense that we still have our salary, and we are lucky because none of the members of the team, nobody is sick, and that I think it's something very, very important. I keep monitoring on a regular basis from TNC. I want to know. I said every time if there's anybody who's sick, I want to know. Nobody. We have right now 549 colleagues in the team. Not one person is sick. unless something has happened this morning. I'm looking to HR. No? Okay, good. So that is great news. That is fantastic news. So the point here is we've been lucky, everything is going well. We hope and we trust the things that will get better in the future, but we have to be always prepared for the worst. One thing that I think is important now, or the question that everybody thinks is, how long is this going to last? Quite frankly, we don't know. We can now confirm without any sort of doubt almost that the month of May is going to be the same. We are going to continue this month of May the same. I was really hoping that by the end of the month we start seeing some glimpse of improvement, and I hope that in June we start seeing a little bit of improvement. But still right now we will see, because of the bookings and the events and the plans that the companies have and everything else, there's not going to be much happening in June either. So hopefully towards July we will start seeing the improvement. Having said that, nothing is going to be probably the same whenever we start again. Okay, things like what we are doing now is going to be probably quite common. A lot of companies probably realize, hey, these things work. Why do I have to travel every time and get people from all over the world to a place to make sure that, to have a meeting and to make people say, hey, we've done it, we've been doing it now for a few months and it works. Let's continue with that, and we save a lot of traveling expenses and hotels. Okay? So there's going to be changes. Some people, maybe, we don't know if this virus really, we're going to have a vaccine or not. Maybe the virus continues. Maybe there is people who's going to be afraid of traveling. So there's a lot of unknowns still that we don't know. And again, how do we prepare ourselves? We have to prepare ourselves for the worst. And the way to really prepare and to confront that is making sure that we are effective, that there is no wastage in our team, that we really produce and we are effective. All the outlets, all the areas, banquets, everything will go back to business, but it's not going to be the same. Maybe. Maybe it's even better. Maybe. But we have to prepare ourselves for the worst. If we are prepared for the worst, we'll have no problem dealing with any situation. If we think that everything is going to be hunky-dory, we don't prepare ourselves for that, then we're going to be in trouble. And we don't want to be in trouble. Okay? This hotel, we've been always very lucky. We had always a great team. We still have, of course. And because of that, I think we are doing the results that we are having, the situations that we are having, is because we are doing the job well. Okay? And we're going to continue doing that. And that will help us. That will help us confront any situation. But that means that right now, we have to just think and prepare ourselves to the worst possible scenario. Things are going to get bad. Think that things are going to get bad. And then what do we have to do about this? Okay? It's not a negative message. I don't want you to see it as a negative message. It's realistic. It's preparing yourself for the worst. And to be able to confront any type of situation. And in this respect, I would like to as well that all the things that I say many times here for work, at the hotel, applies as well at home. This is a very important thing, and it's important that you think the same what we're doing at home here in the hotel. You have to do it at home. Whenever we say here in the hotel, we have to save. You think and apply that yourself at home. You have to save. Whenever we say it's important that we know the emergency procedures and what to do, what happens when something goes wrong. Prepare at home, prepare your family for it. It's very important that you prepare for that. Any situation, anything that happens in the hotel, there is a link and there is a way to transform and to convert that at home. For me, it is hard and sad when I see how few colleagues, not everybody of course, but a few colleagues of ours gets in trouble, or they're in trouble now because of situations that they have not prepared themselves for. Okay? And we were saying in the month of February and even before, we were saying already, safe, don't get yourself in trouble. Because it comes a hard time, and the hard times are not over yet. Okay? We have prepared a presentation together with Wawan that will give a little bit of wise advice on things to do and things not to do. For most of you, they will say, okay, we know that. Okay, don't take too much credit. Don't use too much your credit card. Many people will say, I know that already. But unfortunately, there are some colleagues still that they don't know it, or they forget about it. And then is when they get in trouble. Okay? So, we are going to go now to the presentation from Wawan. Afterwards, I'll come back and I will answer the questions that have been sent to us. And we will take as well any questions that you have, either here in the room or all the colleagues, everybody who's online. Right now, 104 people watching online. Wow, very good. So and then afterwards we'll close it. All right. So if it's everything all right, I will pass the microphones to. I will cover myself before I get close to Wawan. And Wawan, you can take over.
Selamat sore semua. Terima kasih sebelumnya sudah mendengarkan apa yang sudah disampaikan Pak Carlos secara detail tentang apa yang akan kita ambil dan bagaimana kita menghadapi situasi sekarang ini. Ya, this time kali ini I will present that in bahasa Indonesia. Jadi buat rekan-rekan semua untuk bisa dapat mengerti lebih dalam lagi, untuk bisa paling tidak tahu ya, dan tidak disampaikan dalam bahasa Inggris supaya lebih lugas nyampainya ya, biar tenang. Kalau bahasa Inggris nggak tenang. Good. Yang pertama, apa sih yang perlu kita lakukan ya? Di slide di belakang saya ini ada beberapa stimulus dari pemerintah yang mungkin bisa dibaca. Atau mungkin mau di zoom lagi lebih dekat lagi ya. Jadi yang pertama adalah tentang kebijaksanaan atau kebijakan perpajakan, insentif pajak penghasilan, dalam hal ini PPh 21. Ya, PPh 21 itu adalah pajak yang kalian bayar selama ini. Nah, pemerintah sudah memberikan suatu insentif yang akan berlaku mulai bulan April sampai bulan September, di mana tidak akan ada pemotongan pajak buat karyawan yang mempunyai penghasilan 200 juta setahun. Ya, apa yang sudah kita lakukan sekarang adalah company kita sedang membuat atau mendraft surat dengan kantor dengan konsultan kita untuk mengkonfirmasi bahwa kita akan melakukan ini. Mudah-mudahan secepatnya disetujui sehingga bulan April kemarin janji yang sudah kita terima dan yang akan kita terima di bulan Mei ya akan terkoreksi. Jadi nanti akan ada koreksi pajak. Ya, itu yang pertama. Kemudian ada kartu prakerja, mungkin buat rekan-rekan kita nggak terlalu berguna karena kita semua masih bekerja. Tapi buat rekan-rekan kita yang masih daily worker, casual, yang sekarang ini tidak mempunyai pekerjaan, bisa dilakukan atau bisa mendaftar ini karena pemerintah memberikan subsidi buat orang-orang yang tidak bekerja sebagai akibat dari COVID-19. Ya. Kalau belum tahu mungkin bisa dihubungi ke TNC atau ke saya. Tapi tolong sampaikan, tidak semua informasi dari pemerintah mencapai semua level. Ya, Tapi ini ada gunanya dan sangat membantu. Caranya bagaimana? Kita harus melakukan registrasi online lewat www.prakerja.go.id. Ya, bisa melakukan sini. Kalau yang suka shopping bisa melakukan lewat Bukalapak, tapi tetap di redirect ke sini juga sama. Ya, good. Relaksasi iuran BPJS. Ini kita lagi menunggu pengumuman lebih lanjut, mudah-mudahan cepat terlaksana sehingga benefit yang kalian punya masih tetap seperti yang sudah ada. Ya, saya yakin ada yang bertanya kalau sekarang ini BPJS gimana, gitu ya? Apakah masih tetap bisa menjalankan memberikan layanan? Masih. Masalahnya sekarang pemerintah mencoba untuk memberikan satu stimulus lagi dengan memberikan apa? Santunan untuk bisa lebih ringan ya dalam memberikan pembayaran BPJS. Good. Next slide.
It's in English. It's okay. Next.
Good. Nah, ini adalah beberapa tips yang kita coba untuk sampaikan. Seperti Pak Carlos bilang tadi, mungkin beberapa kita sudah tahu. Tapi ada juga yang belum udah tahu tapi tidak sadar. Ya, karena ada hal faktor-faktor yang lain yang lebih menarik. Apa itu? Satu, pasti kita harus siapkan mental. Mentalnya seperti Pak Carlos bilang tadi, dari Februari Pak Carlos sudah woro-woro ya, udah bilang kalau BPJS siapin. Jangan semua dihabiskan pada saat itu. Karena kesulitan ini baru mulai dan belum berakhir saat ini. Ya, penting banget buat kita untuk jaga supaya mental kita nggak panik. Ya, tetap bahwa kita melihat ini sebagai satu fakta. At some point ini akan hilang. Ya, tinggal waktunya saja. Cuman ada yang dulu-duluan. Oke? Kedua, gunakan hanya dana darurat. Kalau yang punya, yang nggak punya gimana? Nah, disinilah penting sebuah perencanaan. Gak apa-apa kalau sekarang nggak punya, mungkin sedikit-sedikit ambil dana masa depan. Dana masa depan itu apa? Itu jangan sampai sebenarnya sesuatu yang diambil kalau tidak emergency, kalau tidak antara hidup dan mati, kalau tidak kita pensiun. I keep saying, in many meetings ya, di mana kita orang Indonesia kadang-kadang selalu atau tidak menyiapkan dana di belakang, dana masa depan, sehingga pada waktu kita pensiun semua pada marah. Ya, bukannya malah pensiun sukses, pensiun susah. Makanya kita selalu merencanakan ini. Kalau udah dengar asuransi, paling kalian juga udah pasti sakit gigi kan, nyeri kan. But it helps. Ini contoh nyata kehidupan di mana saat kesulitan datang dan kita nggak punya coverage sama sekali. Ya, nggak punya tabungan sama sekali. Fakta apa lagi yang mesti diambil? Gak ada. Ini udah contoh paling nyata yang kalian bisa pelajari. Is once in a lifetime. Dan mudah-mudahan kita semua belajar. Ya. Jangan ambil dana masa depan. Betul. Jangan sekali-kali seperti saya udah bilang tadi ya. Jadi tolong. Kemudian atur pengeluaran. Kembali lagi ya. Diarahkan mana yang sekarang perlu ekstra masker, karena masker harganya 25.000 jadi 300.000. Terpaksa Pak Mamun bikin masker sendiri. Ya, kita bukan. Internet pasti nambah. Betul kan? Ada yang sekolahnya harus semua pakai lulus tadi semua. Semua nggak ada yang, apalagi ada yang berkelompok lah, mungkin suaminya atau istrinya. Memang kabelnya bayar di internet? Enggak. Kita mesti sisihkan sedikit. Nah, yang selanjutnya lagi, apa lagi? Ini yang paling parah sebenarnya banyak terjadi di yang sekarang ini. Next slide, no? Nah, panik baik. Semua orang pergi berbondong-bondong ke supermarket. They try to shop, they try to grab every single thing yang dia bisa ambil, ya. Jangan ikuti, tetap jaga panik buying. Begitu udah selesai, kita semua tahu bahwa punya duit, udah. Jadi tolong jangan ikuti. Yang suka online, tahu transaksi GGID selama COVID-19? What will in average they do 100 miliar satu hari. This period yang online berapa? Almost 400 miliar. Gila ya? Gila banget. Jadi yang lain pada belinya pada gila-gilaan, semua pada online. Jadi ya tolong dijaga, oke? Biar kita nggak susah. Kedua, selanjutnya adalah bayarkan tagihan-tagihan mendasar secepatnya. Ini tagihan mendasar telepon, air, ya. Kemudian listrik, ya. SPP masih bisa ditunda, masih bisa sekolah, masih homeschooling masih bisa. Ya. Tapi kalau listrik, ada yang nggak bisa. Oke. Listrik jangan, karena kalian tidak mau listrik. Ya. Listrik, jangan salah, SPP juga minta diskon kalau perlu. Saya lakukan hal yang sama. Ya, saya minta diskon. Oke, jadi tolong bayar semua secepatnya. Jangan ditunda, jangan mencoba saving nggak bayar listrik atau nggak bayar handphone, pasti mati. Itu kalian menderita lebih parah lagi. Ya, kemudian atur kembali nanti secepatnya begitu kondisi udah pulih, diatur lagi, kembali lagi ada sisihkan dana meskipun sedikit untuk dana masa depan, ya, dana emergensi selalu disiplin. Seperti yang bilang, kalau nggak ada antara hidup dan mati atau pensiun jangan diotak-atik dana itu, karena itu sangat berfungsi di mana kita sangat perlu pada saat kritis. Kalau tadi bilang beberapa teman kita yang sudah menghadapi kesulitan saat ini karena memang tidak prepare sama sekali. Ya, oke, good. Kartu kredit gampang desainnya, susah bayarnya. Inilah kartu kredit. Sebenarnya kartu kredit bisa membantu kalau kita gunakan secara bijak. Kalau tidak, apalagi pas mumpung seadanya, mumpung ada. Mumpung kita nggak bayar sekarang, tapi sebenarnya dari lubang lebih dalam lagi. Oke? Nampak ya sebenarnya ya, ini sebenarnya praktek-praktek yang saya lakukan persis di hotel ini kita implementasikan di rumah. Good? Ada lagi Bu? Gak ada ya? Jadi kalau ada pertanyaan nanti silakan dan saya kembalikan ke Pak Carlos untuk go-through satu persatu pertanyaan yang sudah disampaikan sebelumnya. Oke, good. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih banyak. I still see one online. Okay, everybody is away, so I suppose we can use the microphone better. Okay, I hope that the talk has been informative so far, but now we're going to address directly the questions that have been made and that some make reference to some of the ones we've been talking already about. So I'll read the questions in the same order that they're here. It's not in a particular order, but it concerns the subjects. But the first one, it questions about the lateral service. It says, is it allowed for a manager to fill a position of a staff? Okay, a manager working in security, laundry, housekeeping. Okay, the question is it allowed? Allowed? Yes, it's allowed. It's not against the law to do that. Is it wise from us to do that? No, it's not wise from us to do that. Okay, a person who has a higher paid salary has to produce a higher paid job. Okay, if we put people who has higher salary doing jobs of lower salary, we are wasting money, and that's something that we don't like to do. However, that doesn't mean that sometimes, depending on the circumstances, there is really no other way, nothing else to do, and we might resource into doing that. Okay, so then it is possible, it is allowed, it's legal, so we might do that. Okay, but in general, it should not be common practice. Okay. Question number 2. Can you give explanation to staff level once annual leave balance is 0? What are the options available other than unpaid leave, lateral service? Okay, when it concerns to the annual leave and the pluses and the minuses, I think we discussed already. He says, what happens when we go to 0? When you go to 0, you can go to minus. Okay, that's a little bit, the company gives you credit. In the same way that you many times has given credit to the company when you have really delayed your holidays and your days off and all these things, now it's going to be the other way around. Okay, the company is trusting you that you're going to pay it back later. Alright? It's the same as it happened before. Before you had accumulated some dozens of days off, now it's going to be the other way around. The company trusts you that you were going to, no, you trusted the company before that the company was going to give you that back. Okay, now you have to trust the company that they are going to, that you are going to give you these days back. Okay? Next question. It would be great if unpaid leave starts taken by high positions. All right, let's talk about unpaid leave. Unpaid leave at the moment has been taken only on a voluntary basis. Okay, nobody's been forced to take unpaid leave. All right. Whenever, if situation continues bad or gets worse than what it is now, and if we get to a point that we cannot really hold the situation anymore, we might have to go to unpaid leave, involuntary paid leave. So everybody, no choice, or everybody, or whoever, the system is not decided. Whatever system it is, for sure, I can guarantee you 100%, it will start by the higher positions. It will start by me. All right? I said that already in the previous meeting. At the moment, the unpaid leave is only voluntary. Next question. Regarding the income tax reduction, relaxation from government, any information when it will be implemented? I think has been touched by Wawan. Okay, so by my understanding, anybody who has less than 200 million per year, they will get between the month of April and September, they will be exempt to pay the taxes, and it's going to be maybe next month being implemented. Yes, can we say that?
Yeah.
So from next month, probably we'll be able to start implementing that. Next question. Due to COVID-19 affected total business and income to everyone, can our company help our colleagues who has credit for the payment of his her new house by issuing a letter to them who are proposing in postponing the payment? Okay, so basically a letter of support to be sent to the banks. Yes, it can be done. We said that we can always have a letter that says that this person is working here and right now due to the COVID-19 is having reduced income. Okay, and everybody is having reduced income because people who have bonuses or extras, they are not getting it, because anyone who's getting service charge, the service charge is obviously being much less. Okay, so everybody has reduced income. Now, we cannot say there's been any salary reduction, we cannot say that nobody has been terminated, because that's not the case. And in some banks, some places, they request for these things. Okay, so we can say, as always, the truth, and the truth is that everybody has been affected by COVID-19 and that there's been a reduction on their income. Next question. Is our insurance and PBS still activated and can be used? Because my concern is that my husband has a heart attack disease and usually checks to hospital through BPGS every month. BPGS continues working as usual, there is no changes at all at this respect. Is there any vaccination now for COVID-19? No, there is no vaccination yet for COVID-19. And quite frankly, I don't think it's expected to be found one in the near future. What is the future career of every colleague in Fairmont, Jakarta? I think we addressed that in the past forum as well. But it concerns to the career and the jobs and development for everybody, nothing changes. Okay? So far, of all the colleagues that it's part of the team, nobody's lost the job, everything continues the same. And I would say it's a time for people that they have a spare time. Use this time wisely. Don't waste the time at home. Dedicated to improve your English, the one that needs to improve the English. Dedicated to do there are some complementary e-Cornell courses, some of managers that they can have access to that. Use your times wisely to update yourself, to upgrade yourself, and to learn and to get better. That's the best thing that we can do, that's the best thing you can do for your career. And otherwise nothing else changes. My annual leave for this month is already minus. I haven't been able to go back to my village for more than 3 months. Am I still allowed to take advance annual leave? Okay, that's a good question. I understand that people after certain times says I'm in minus and I have not been really going home. Can I go more or minus? It will depend on one-to-one cases. For my part, I have no inconvenience. If somebody really goes a bit further up in minuses, as long as this person is able really to recover it and give it back afterwards. Okay? Something you will have to see with your respective manager, but I think we should be able to manage that. Of course, that will require some sort of sacrifice at the end. Okay? If somebody is in minus, we'll have to give back that time to the company. Okay? So we have to prepare ourselves for that. But still, doesn't mean that then for the entire year I'm not able to go out at all. No, I don't think it's fair. I think we are always human and try to treat everybody fairly. Okay, so if you need a couple of days to go to your, even if you're minus, you need a couple of days to go back in the middle of the year to go back to your home and family and see that's fair. We'll do that. Okay, that needs to be seen case by case. Next question. If within a few months later the occupancy still drops, will it be affected to salary and service charge? Service charge for sure. Okay, the less revenue, the less occupancy, the less service charge. Will it affect the salaries? It could be. Okay, as much as I said, we've been always very lucky, and we are lucky. I've never promised that says we will never lower the salaries to anyone. They will never touch the salaries of anyone. Never said that because I cannot. I can tell you that I'm trying to do as much as I can that we don't touch the salaries of anyone. If situation is as it is at the moment, in June things start to picking up, I hope that we can really manage it. I think that we'll be able to manage it. We don't know. And if situation keeps going down and it continues in July and August and everything, well, for sure at a certain point we will all be affected. No question. What else? Next question. What is the worst scenario that will take by management due to occupancy of the hotel that only depend on the long lease guest? Okay, what's the worst case scenario? I suppose that we're asking here. The worst case scenario, we said, it will have to close. It might happen something at a certain point that maybe we have to close the hotel. That could be the worst case scenario. To be honest, I do not contemplate right now that option. I don't see that happening. But we have to have it in our mind and prepare what happens if it might happen. What the most likely situation is that we're going to continue with our longest staying guests. that allow us to operate with this 20%. This is certainly not enough to cover the expenses that we are having, but it means that we're going to produce some losses, certainly for the month of May. And I hope that for the month of June we start seeing some recovery and we start getting better. Okay? So the best worst scenario, and the most likely I believe right now, is that we are really going to struggle very much this month of May. And June, of course, is going to be very, very, very poor, but hopefully we start seeing already some glimpse of improvement, and hopefully then in July we're going to get a little bit better.
Amen.
Okay? And still, if the question somebody asked me expression that is very much everyone talks about, is going back to normal. When are we going to go back to normal? Probably we're never going to go back to normal. Well, we're going to go back to normal. It's going to be a new normal. We're not going to go back to the old normal. The old normal that we had, that's over. That is not normal anymore. We're going to go back to normal, but it's going to be a different hotel, a different way of operating. And that's what I said, we have to prepare ourselves for that. And it has to be a hotel where we are more efficient, more productive, and as good and as sharp and as great into turning moments into memories for our guests. We have to do all that with less resources, okay? Because the opportunities and the options and the money problem and income is going to be different as well. All right? Just checking if there is any questions prepare your questions as well if you have any more questions, because at the end you'll have a chance to ask some more questions. Next question is, can you explain about unpaid leave calculation? And as I said, unpaid leave, in principle, there is no compulsory unpaid leave. Okay, nobody is necessarily forced to take unpaid leave. Now, somebody wants to take unpaid leave. How is the calculation done? It's a percentage of the time that you take off. If you are off for the half of the month, you get half of the salary. It's very straightforward, very simple. Okay, so many days that you are off, so many days that you're being deducted. Is there any reduction, adjustment in the holiday allowance this year? No, there is no adjustment, there is no touch. The holiday allowance, as a part of the regular salary, is going to be maintained and it's going to be paid on the 15th of May. Alright, confirm? Is it possible to decide, as other hotel, example Ritz-Carlton, that already implemented for expatriates, they accept 20% from their original salary. Meanwhile, the rest of the staff will stay at home with paid basic salary. That's a good one. First of all, it's not true what they're saying here that the Ritz-Carlton has a cut for only the expats and the others they are at home with paid basic salary. As I said, I don't know exactly the situation specifically, but I know that both Ritz-Carltons they are closed. The hotel section in the Pacific Place and the other one is completely closed for quite a few days. And I would certainly not like to be working at the Ritz-Carlton. If somebody prefers and likes to be working there, they can move there anytime. And as I said before as well, whenever there is any salary reduction that is going to be implemented, I don't know why some people they're so worried. I've told you before, I will be the first one to have this applied. All right? If annual leave LD already reached minus, did some lateral service, then proceed to unpaid leave until when? Okay, example, already taking 1 week unpaid leave in 1 month, but unable to do lateral service because everyone is an annual leave, LD minus. Well, what I understand here basically it says, okay, if I'm already in minus and there is no option to do lateral service, what does it happen? Well, you go more in minus. That's as far as I can say. Other than that, it would be matter to see case by case what is the situation. If somebody really reach a very high number of unpaid leave, how do we manage? How do we handle that? Okay, it should not be that one person in one department, one person has 60 days and the other has only 10. Okay, they should be always distributed evenly amongst all the members of the team. And it will never be exactly 100% the same, but it has to be more or less even. All right, so everybody has equal opportunities within the department to do lateral services or to do whatever it is possible to not increase more the minus and the minus days. So this is two people at work, of course. All right. These are the questions that we had here, but you might have some other questions. Okay, or online. So we are very open here. Anyone is open to ask any question that you like. Any questions here in the room? Is people saying the same as we say here, or their life is better?
Ada titipan pertanyaan dari anaknya.
Dia some questions in bahasa. Saya tidak mengerti.
Alright. There is a question from one of the FFP colleagues.
Yeah.
The question is it there will be a still increment salary which is occur in every April?
No. Yes, good question. No. Right now there are no salary increments. As the situation is, there are certainly no salary increments. We are trying to keep everybody maintaining the salary. This year there are no salary increments. Yeah. It's a good point. It's a good question. Thank you. Sorry. I hope people understand. Everyone understands that. Yeah.
There's a question from Rosian. Mention, is it possible?
Mungkin bahasa Indonesia ya, saya bacain. Dari Rosian, apakah TMC bisa keluarin surat yang menyatakan service charge berkurang untuk syarat restrukturisasi dari leasing atau bank? Ya, that's the same question. Dan sudah dijawab tadi ya, sama Carlos juga sempat dijelasin sama Pak online.
If there are questions that have been answered already, we don't need to repeat.
Another question: is there any maximum minus of annual leave and leave days?
No, there's no maximum.
Dari Pak Ahmad Maulana, jawabannya nggak ada ya, nggak ada maksimumnya berapa. Selama Anda yakin bahwa Anda bisa membayarnya later on in the future, dan boleh diambil seberapa pun.
When it concerns to the minus, we said last time that we spoke that we could go, and we were talking at that point because we wanted to have it until the end of the year. We're talking in March, and we said we could go at the maximum of -12 and -9. -12 in public holiday and -9 in annual leave, because that was the remaining of what it was within the year. Quite frankly, we thought at that point, we thought as well that the thing would not last that long and we would be able to get out of this faster. So at the moment, if we need to extend it, and that was with the idea that everybody could return everything by the end of the year. If we have to return it a little bit into 2021, we'll do that. Okay? I think it's important, that will be important that every department they manage their minus, the same as we manage the overage, now the shortage needs to be managed as well. More questions? Any more questions? Yes?
Just the hotel.
Sorry?
There's one.
From Satyadi Akbar, second from bottom.
Das Hotel has a plan to do COVID rapid test for the employees as we still do interaction with the outside. No, we don't have a plan at the moment to do tests. And if it's easily available, that it was not some time ago, and depending circumstances, the circumstances require it, we will do. We've done tests to the people who at certain point was in contact with the case as part of our procedures, and they were all negative. At the moment, no, there is no plan to do that. We have a procedure, an emergency procedures, and depending on what circumstances, maybe they will do just like that, just to check, just in case, we are not going to do the test. Amongst other things, because they cost a fortune, to be honest. If it will be free, we will do, but the costs are very expensive. So everybody is healthy, everybody is all right. There is no need to do this expenditure. Okay. Another question. Is it possible to take more than 3 months unpaid leave? So they're taking 2 months unpaid leave and there is no domestic flight to go back to Jakarta at least until June. Yes, it is possible to take more than 3 months unpaid leave. Yeah. We have to understand case by case what's the situation and everything else, but yeah, I don't see any convenience at this point that somebody takes more than 3 months unpaid leave. More questions?
Pak Carlos, I think while waiting for more questions,
Yes.
I see a number of people still keep asking about what is the maximum annual leave, public holiday or leave day that we can take. I know the answer is there's no maximum, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we can just probably needs to be a bit clearer on how that is going to be paid back to the company. I think still a lot of staff still don't have the clear understanding on that. From my understanding, I'm sure if you resign, you still have minus, then you need to pay by money, right? Or
Yes.
otherwise. Yeah, I think still a lot of people are not clear about that. That's why they still
Okay.
keep asking.
Okay. Good question. I don't know if everybody heard the question on the minus. What happens? How do we pay back the minus when we get into minus? How do we pay back? Exactly in the same way how it was in the other way around. When you are in plus, okay. If you are in plus, when we were in plus, if suddenly you resign, okay, the company owes you those days, so the company has to pay you those days to you. What's happening now? If you are in minus and you resign, you have to pay those days to the company. It's very simple. How do you repay those days? You have to work whenever there is need. Okay, you have to work, and probably the people, and we had this discussion this morning. People in operation is very easy because there's always needs of people to work. So if you work on top of it 1 day off, one public holiday, for instance, you recover 2 days already. It's like you pay back 2 days, and that's how people really accumulate the holidays before. Okay. So whenever there is a need, we'll need to have somebody working. So if people will work whenever you have a day off, then you have to work, but then that will count as a day paid back to the company. All right. Any other question?
Online.
I think you have 2 more.
Online? Is it possible to take more? No, sorry, seen that. How about if one of our staff is positive COVID-19? Is our hotel still in operation? Absolutely yes, of course. And there is procedures, and I think it's it's a good question because we said before we have to prepare ourselves for any type of situation. And I was saying it before, I'm surprised still at this stage we don't have anybody sick. There is nobody with symptoms and with anything, which is very surprising. Okay, the most normal thing is that somebody, considering there is such a large population, that somebody will get the virus, that somebody will be affected. There are protocols and procedures and emergency procedures for these cases, okay, to trace back, okay, who is this person has been in touch with, okay, to make sure that anybody else who has been around has been protected, has been taken care, and this person is being isolated, this person will go in quarantine, and there are procedures already to take care of that. Does not affect the hotel at all, okay? It's actually the procedures, it's strict, it's accurate, it's sharp, but it's not so complicated. The problem it is, and I mentioned very quickly before, it's with the public media, okay, social media. When people start talking, oh, there is a virus at the Ritz-Carlton, or there is a virus at the Oriental, at the Shangri-La, okay, that's always terrible reputation for any hotel. Even if, quite frankly, it's not such a complicated procedure to deal with and to handle. Okay, and considering this virus is all over the world, I would say that it's quite normal that one day will happen. And we are prepared for that. Okay, and that's why I always give a hard time to our friend Heru. Okay, make sure we rehearse the procedures, we check, we practice, we make sure we are on the ball. Whenever happens, we are ready to jump in, no problem. Because it will happen one day. Okay, and we cannot allow that this would really stop the hotel. If we are prepared, and we are, have no problem. We'll handle the situation without any hesitation. We'll deal with it, and that's it. And we'll continue operating. Now, if we would not be prepared, and the thing would go out of hand, then of course we could get in trouble. Okay, but I trust the team, I trust the procedures that we have in place, that we will keep working and training and rehearsing them to make sure that everything it's aligned, and that we have to use or we have to go into this emergency, we can handle it appropriately.
From Fahmi.
Yes, another question?
Fahmi.
Fahmi, are we allowed to take any group booking from June onwards in case there will be inquiry? From June onwards?
Yes.
And right now, buddy?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, tonight. Why June onwards?
Because there's family.
Huh?
He's
Who was telling you we are closed? Peacock Sapori. Okay. Okay. No. He's right. Okay. I was thinking in room side. Okay. He's right because the outlets are closed. Okay. And there is the restriction of group restrictions that they are not really allowed. I think these restrictions at the moment are in place until the 22nd of May. Okay. Still, as we said, in principle, the restaurants they are closed. All of our restaurants are closed, but it's open. It's only for takeaway. Okay. The problem is that some people they come and they're asking for the takeaway, and while they're waiting for the takeaway, they sit down, and we give them the takeaway, the food, and they eat it there, and they go. All right. But it's still open only for takeaway. Is that clear? Meanwhile, can we take groups? Probably there are not many groups of people who want to do that. If we take the right precautions and following some social distancing rules, I'm sure that we can take. Okay? We have, for instance, our iPod dining. That is a really cool way of having people having dinner in our hotel, totally isolated, totally protected from everything and everybody else. Okay, these are things that we can do. As long, most important, okay, but we have to be responsible. We have to act responsibly. All right, that's why it's important that everybody here right now, everybody is wearing masks. That it's important that we keep the distance. And as long as we do things with common sense, yes, we can do lots of things. but wisely, carefully, respectfully to the circumstances that we have. More questions? Which is the next one?
The bottom one, Fahmi again.
Fahmi again?
Yeah.
One more question. The average insurance will be expired soon. Are we will getting the extension or we change with a new one? I believe it's the same. Will continue the same. Will be extended. Yes. There is no change in the respect. Novi, is there any management and marketing strategies to increase our occupancy? Perhaps by contacting all the hotels that might be closed soon, but have some long list guests so that their guests can stay with us. Thank you, Novi, for the recommendation. Certainly that was already done. In fact, that for instance, when the Pullman Central Park closed, all the guests that they had, they moved here to us. We certainly approached all the hotels that they were closing, and we're trying to get, of course, any business that we can. There is no magic that we can ask now to the sales department or the marketing department to increase the occupancy because there simply is no demand. But we have to be alert to any business possibility, and certainly we're having all the team is absolutely focused to see to capture any small piece of business that we can get. Next question. Is it possible TNC to make issue paper for KPR, Credit Ruma?
Already answered. I think
It's the same letter we discussed before. Please, guys, join on time. Next question. K22 are still in good busy with the walking guests, as we know now the bar are not allowed to open to dine in. How if the police come and find them still serving walking guests who dine in? Good question. As we said, we try to be open only for takeaway food, takeaway drinks as well. It's a very, very thin line, quite frankly. Hotels, they are allowed to open, and at the same time, of course, we have some restrictions. We know we are walking a very, very thin line, okay? We take measures to make sure that everybody's protected, everybody's wearing masks, and at the same time, we try to make a little bit of revenue that everybody can get paid and everybody can keep feeding the families, all right? So I don't think we are hurting anyone by doing that, as long as it's done, as I was saying now, responsibly. So if somebody really, my convincement is that we are not doing anything wrong. Okay, if at any point we really find out that we're doing something wrong, we will apologize and we will rectify. Okay, but so far as I know, we're not doing anything wrong. We're still a hotel, we are entitled to operate. All right? Any more questions? Here? Amali?
Langsung aja. Trio.
Thank you. My question is about tax subsidi pajak dari pemerintah tadi untuk pengelolaan keuangan. Okay, in the rule is for the person who has salary below maximum 200 million, they will get tax keringanan pajak. How if someone got salary in a year above 200, yang 200 harusnya itu dapat pengurangan pajak yang benar total itu yang pajak atau total tidak?
Total, Pak.
Total.
Jadi nggak kena. Yang above 200, they don't get any incentive.
Oh, okay. So above 200, that's totally not that incentive. Only maximum 200. Alright, thank you.
Udah dapat.
Any other questions?
Saya sampai 98.
That's it? Okay, I want to, sorry, I want to finish. I don't know if you all had the opportunity to see a video from Sebastian Bazin. I shared with department heads, some, I'm sure the department heads have seen it, but I don't know if it has been shared with everybody. Basically, his message, he asked for three points for everybody in the company. He says, first of all, and I think that applies very, very much to all of us. First of all, he said you have to be humble in this situation. It's a really very, very strong, very, very big situation what we are going through, and it humbles us, to all of us, the situation. In our particular case, the be humble, I read it as that we are very, very lucky hotel, very lucky group of people. Let's make sure that we are humble and do not show off or talk too much to our colleagues in our other hotels, telling them what's the situation that we have here versus what they have. Okay, I'm sure we all have friends. They are going through much, much harder situation that we have. We are very lucky to be where we are, and we have to be humble about it. Number two is be strong. We need to be strong. Okay? All of us are, otherwise we wouldn't be here. But certainly it's time that requires from all of us to show our strength. Okay? It's a difficult time to question. And as I said, even if it's going a bit like for us, it's going to request a lot from every one of us. And we have to consider that we are right now probably at the middle of it. You know, you've seen already how long we've been already going through that. So we are maybe halfway. I'm guessing it, but I hope that we pass maybe just a half line. We still have a long way to go, and that requires us to be strong, to be disciplined, and to be strong. So that's a requirement that is for all of us. And number three is trust. We need to trust. We need to trust each other. We need to trust that things will get better. We need to trust the company. They work in the same way that the company have to trust us. Okay, and they do. So trust is going to be a very important characteristic that it's necessary for us to go through this painful process in the best possible way. Okay, we'll have to trust each other, we'll have to trust that things are going to get better. Because for sure, they're going to get better. Okay? So, I close then with these three recommendations from Sebastian Bazin. Be humble, be strong, and trust. I hope you have answered most of your questions. If you have anything else or more issues or anything that comes to you, you can come to me anytime you want. You can go to TNC, to your department heads, division heads, to whoever you think more appropriate, but any concern that you have, it should always be addressed. Please bring it up. Thank you then all. Thank you for all the now 88, we lost some audience, 88 people that is online, and the about 50 people that we have here. Still a lot of colleagues who have not been part of this. You can pass them the message, as I said, if anybody has any concern, please bring it up. We are happy to take care of it, because that's for sure, we care, okay? And that's another important characteristic. We are in a group, in a team of people that cares. So take care of yourself. I try to take care of everybody else as well. And if you have anything, any questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you still stop?
I keep talking.
Playback.
Dua hari aja. 2 hari.
Fantastic.
Actually, I have a question, but rather pass.
Si Hamis tadi ngasih gue sampel kantong frozen itu. Nanti kamu lihat ya.
Yeah.
This is my main working